Hey, 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 Stubby here, and we are back on another episode of Feed the Factory. So, in between episodes, I have done a lot. Let's see. Got my automation done. It is a pain. I am ready to upgrade, but coal is not a problem. I have an excess to the point where I am voiding it. It's nuts. And the way I'm doing it is I've got my coal coke ovens pumping out the creosote, and we're doing the hemp to the wool to the torches here, and the excess coal coke from my furnaces, which I have not upgraded. Oh, I didn't need to go clear those out actually while I'm thinking of it. Run around, I'll grab all that steel. So yeah, that's going into a second batch making torches. And honestly, I'm actually running over efficient with it, I think. If you can tell by the amount of coal I'm making versus the amount of coal I'm using. But I think it's mostly because of a lack of power demand. I'm not really meeting my power usage expectations, so I really think this will start burning up more. Those are all just sitting full as it goes. So we shall see. And other than that, I have done some research. We have like 5-time ore processing now. Let's see. Yeah, it's doing a lot. So we have the pulverizer, and it's just hardened right now. And then from the pulverizer line, which was this one, the next step is a tectonic initiator. But then the redstone furnace, we've got to the flux anodizer. So this doubles the output of here. So we get, I want to say the pulverizer was 2.5 times, and then we get another times 2. And I think it worked out. It was something like 300 plus per stack. It was great. I just have to figure out how I'm going to load it. But right now we're just doing it like that. I've also gone to 2 belts for each. I have not done any automation for them yet. Hopefully that's the next step. And there's one more precedence, the rods. Don't have it yet, but we're ready for it. And we got our researchers going. So that's about where we are. Let's go store this steel. So what's on the plan for today? Well, I have been building up the research. Not as much. I think the math of the things I want to get right away was like 560 of the green research and another 200 and I think 280. Actually, I think it was half of the red. So we're not there. We're gonna get there. And I was just going around going, okay, what next do I want? What's good on here? Well, obviously more power, getting better boilers and the steam for those dynamos, which means I have to completely redo half that design. And maybe we'll get to the solar panels. Don't need any materials, but I want the machine augments. I want the thermal upgrade kit. I want to do the faster research. And we need all of this conduit stuff. So this is my first one because I want to get into some form of automation. Yes, we have the belts, but you can see they're kind of painful. They're cool. They're awesome. I want to keep them. And in some places, I'm absolutely going to keep them because that looks cool. But in other places, like over here where it'll make sense, we're going to throw some conduits. So let's grab our research. Let's start unlocking that stuff. So what we got, how much I can spend. And let's go with conduits. Let's go with fluids. Let's go with filtering. Aha, how much do I have left? All right, a little bit more. So this will slow down your outputs, which would be great for these. These ones give you the advanced filtering options. I'm like 2 right away from that one. Do I have any more? Yeah, it's still cooking, I think. Yep, so close. So I could possibly get that one and that one. And we have on my list the boilers, which we could jump to that. Not that one. But I think we're going to hold off a little bit on that one. Oh, that one will be good. Processing speed would be cool. You know, let's do this one. Let's upgrade our researchers because they're slow. So base design. Oh, I still got more. Oh, let's pick one more thing, guys. Let's spend it. What was that? I got 54 and 30. So I'm shy on there. And MET data. This filter and long research allows filtering based on all sorts of qualities like mod, energy, enchantment. The most powerful filter is the limited item filter, which can keep an inventory stock. There you go. And I believe we are done with our abilities to. Nope. Now we're done. Hey, we're done. Oh wow, we unlocked a lot. Okay, so let's see what we've unlocked. So the gearbox upgrade. No. Ah, this is it. 30% speed increase, and that's really, honestly, not that bad. Electrum, I'm doing in the kilns for now. I don't have to. I do have the capability over in my chain over there. I can basically mix the blends. So we could automate it with the redstone furnaces, which is probably the next step. But that's really not that bad. Let's see, and we got conduits, which were, oh, it's the inner ones. Ooh, self-resetting levers. So we got item filters, advanced item filters. We've got limited item, existing item, mod item. Quartz is going to be the need on that one, it looks like. But other than that, I think we're pretty good on those. Item conduits, steel and glass. This is not too bad. Yeah. All right. So those are going to be the next step after what I want to get to here. We need Fluxed Electrum. So Fluxed Electrum is a process. To get the Fluxed Electrum, we need Electrum. And we need destabilized redstone. So destabilized redstone we'll be using in the fluid transposer to convert it. To get that, we will need the magma crucible, which basically will take our redstone, melt it down, nice and easy. For that, we're going to need nether brick. I was concerned, but then I realized how simple this recipe actually is. Just a piece of coal and some blast brick, which is just stone and cobble. I mean, this is not that bad at all. We just have to smelt it up. So I'm going to grab all the materials needed, and we're going to go ahead and get going on getting our Flux Electrum. So be ready in a second. All right, we are back. One thing I didn't go over that I meant to, because I was asked a question about it. So my process with the coal is as it goes through, the coal feeds through. If all of my ovens are full, it drops in that fun little hole, travels onto this belt right here, and it zigzags back and forth until this point where it comes over and back up into my coal output. And then this has a few gold upgrades on it, and then a void. So I don't have any backlog anywhere. It just keeps going until it finds a home or ends up back at the start. All right. And I think I have everything. Fingers crossed. So we're gonna make the steel mechanical components, which I can't remember if I went over those, so we're just gonna show them. I'm doing them in the engineer's workbench, which is 2 plates and a copper. Save you little resources. Very, very vital, especially early game. Ugh. I am starting to mass produce a lot of ingots, but I still feel nervous about it. Yeah, grab a bunch of those. See, I got a table right here. All right, so we're gonna make ourselves 2 machine frames, or machine, yeah. I have to make 2 of those. There's a magma crucible and fluid transposer. And so let's clean this up. Let's grab our components. And we're just going to set it up right here for now. There we go. And look at that, beautifully powered. Okay, so to start with, we need to output. And I need to set our fluid input. Now I could also add chests. I could handle all stuff, but I'm doing very limited quantities right now. And it looks like 200 millibuckets. So I will need 2 stacks of redstone. See how fast this thing goes. Not too bad. Oh, and there was a quest update. I haven't clicked this one. It's a engineer's manual. There we go. We have our Fluxed Electrum. Next is gonna be aluminum once we make this drill. So once we get to 8, we can take one of our steel drill heads, which I have abundance of. Oh, didn't have me. That was a waste. And getting there, getting there, getting there. Now this drill is going to unlock the much needed aluminum that we have gotten to. So we'll get aluminum, platinum, thorium, and uranium. Unlike the previous tiers of metals, the tier 3 ore veins hold ludicrous amounts of ore, but take an incredibly long time just to dig out a single one. Parallelizing drilling is the name of the game here. Other ores I can dig for won't be too useful for some time, but it might be good to stockpile on some of them. So, what does that mean? That means put as many of them into a chunk as we can. And that's where that some sort of transportation method will come in really handy. How are we doing on your build up? 27, 18. Is there anything else we want to research? I should cross stuff off my list as we get them, huh? I think I got that one, that one. Ah, so close. Maybe. Think we might hold off. Just let it build up a little bit longer. Make sure we're getting the right stuff. But hopefully that bought enough time. Oh no. Don't shift right click. Perfect. And boom. Look at that. Now we have our aluminum, which I believe there was actually some right around me. Let's grab our handy dandy scanners. I shoved you somewhere. Haha. Whoa, look at that. All right, let's check out what we opened up in just a second. So we got the next level of production research. Everything costs more materials, power, but gives access to things it wouldn't otherwise get. I'd say it's worth it. We're going into deep mob learning, super factory manager, tier 3 ore processing, multiple clumps out of an ore, which can be turned into multiple ooh. Ha! That's going to be right on the immediate list. And let's see, tier 2 researcher upgrades, automated ores. This is the void miner, I guess is the best way to put it. And then we'll get up here and get into our utility research. MV, look at that. That has opened up a lot. Oh, this is going to be a struggle, guys. This is going to be a struggle. But, thank you. Thermal machine dynamo is already the hardened upgrade. Right click with this one. It will make dynamos produce 66% more power and give them 1 more augment slot. It makes machines run 2 times faster and 2 more augment slots. Ha! We did it. We're professionals. I think we just beat the game. Minecraft is over. And aluminum. Yeah, right there. I knew I had some. I think it was both of these chunks. Lead, aluminum, yep. Alright, let's grab ourselves a chest. Let's grab ourselves a stack of coal and just see how this bad boy does. Wow, that was like a good minute or two. And I got 1 uranium. Alright. We've got it. We've gotten our tier 3 ores. We've also got word that this is the next thing we want to do as soon as we can. But this requires aluminum. And a fair chunk of it looks like. So we're going to have to start getting our conduits going. I have to come up with a plan. So I'm not going to get too deep into it this episode. But I want to get some of this automated. Whether it's a rearrange, so we're automating the process going into the researchers, or what. But now that we actually have a clean way of moving stuff, I didn't want to do it before because filtering items on those belts is, yeah. So we have that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm going to do some planning, some figuring out, and some conduit work. Hopefully some more resource builds up, and we can get to learning how to use conduits, how they all function, how we can set up our first levels of automation, and more importantly, get into our layout improvement.